Well, Connor, this is it. An end of an era for Doctor Who. Something very close to him has finally taken their final bow. Goodbye, Sonic Sunglasses. We barely knew ye. Now, get ready for the newest addition to the Doctor's arsenal. The Sonic Spork!
He doesn't get a spork in the episode.
No, but I had this, and I've been waiting for the perfect opportunity to bring it on here. And I was waiting until the Sonic Sunglasses left, and I was like...
It's not even the right screwdriver, he has a new one now.
Yeah, how long do you think it's gonna be till we get a toy for that?
Not
long enough. Because I want one now.
Give it like 5 more minutes and I'm sure it'll be out.
Give like 5 more minutes in 4 years before they finally get it to do the twirly things. It took them 4 years to be able to make one that had one button for both the elongated and the... I'm ranting about toys now. Just start this thing.
Give me the spork. Alright, so we're talking about Doctor Who. This is the season finale.
Hellbent!
Hellbent is the name of the episode.
Because the Doctor is hell-bent. After he was heaven sent. And after Clara faced the Raven. And after the
The
slut
naming convention for this 3-part has been weird.
And after the slut
Like,
more.
Heaven Sent and Hellbent makes sense, but then, like, Face the Raven has nothing to do.
That one's more of a looser part to like the 3-parter.
It's the beginning of
Yeah, but it doesn't really tie in. I don't think it ties in.
It puts him into his whatever.
I don't know. It was originally announced as a standalone episode as opposed to the beginning of a 3-parter.
Right, but it wasn't.
It wasn't, so... Okay, so this one starts off...
My hair is wet because I just got out of the shower because I just woke up, just so you guys know that. So.
Okay, so this one starts off, the Doctor is in full rock star mode, and he walks into like a 1950... That wasn't rock music, that was fucking...
Oh, sorry. Dun, 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 dun.
Better.
Dun, 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 dun. Bad to the bone. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
So, give me this back. You've lost your spork privileges. So, he walks into this, like, 1950s, like, rock star diner.
Which we recognize.
Which we recognize is the one that he was in with Amy and Rory back in, like, season 6 or whatever.
Where he died.
Where he died.
He dies a lot.
Yeah. And who is the waitress at the restaurant?
Amy!
No, it's Clara.
Oh, it's Clara, yeah.
It's
That's right.
It wasn't Amy. Man, that would be a different episode.
The episode would be very different.
So yeah, it's Clara, and we don't know why Clara's a waitress, but the Doctor starts playing his guitar, and he starts playing Clara's theme from the show.
Is that what that song is?
Yeah, that's if you watch like.
I knew I recognized it, but
it doesn't appear as much anymore. But like back when she was with 11, whenever it'd be like a Clara specific thing, you hear that like this like soft piano in the back, and they'd be like dun 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 dun. That's where it mostly comes from. It shows up a little bit more in like the newer season, but it's mostly like when she first appears.
Because I know I recognized it, but I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I was listening to I'm like, what is he playing? And then he starts playing, I'm like, oh, he's playing Clara's theme! Oh, that's cute! Also, how does he know what Clara's theme is? But anyway, so then he starts telling Clara a story, and in the story we cut back to the Doctor is on Gallifrey. And he's walking through like the desert lands or whatever, and he goes to the barn that was like his childhood like crying place, and also where the War Doctor went to blow up Gallifrey, but he didn't blow up Gallifrey. And he just goes there just to like lay down, and like there's a woman there, and apparently this place is like a place for like refugees or orphans or something or other. And the Gallifreyan High Council knows the Doctor's here now because he sent the boy to go tell them, and so they're like, well, the Doctor's here, shit, we need him. So they send like this like Gallifreyan like chopper or whatever to be like, Doctor, we need you to come in, and he ignores them. He just continues to eat his soup.
He draws a line in the sand with his heel, and he's like, don't pass it.
Yeah, and then he just ignores them. And then they send in, like, Gallifreyan, like, noblemen, and he still ignores them. And does the entire thing, the Doctor doesn't say a single word to anybody. And then, eventually, Time Lords just send down Rassilon, who? Rassilon, the president.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I thought they just called him the president.
Yeah, but his real name is Rassilon. He was, if you remember from David Tennant's last episode, like the main Time Lord bad guy. The one with the gauntlet. Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
He just regenerated.
I'm just gonna call him the president.
Okay, that's fine. That's
we
really.
have the Doctor, the President as Time Lord names.
You know, Time Lords have real names.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to know them.
The Master has a real name. I know the Master's real name
Fuck
is.
that though.
Okay.
What's the Master's real name?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Now I want to know.
I'll tell you afterwards.
No, tell me now.
It's Koshi.
That's stupid. I like the Master.
We don't know if that's canon or not, but anyway. So then the Time Lord sends on Rassilon, and the Doctor finally gets right up in his face, and after like 10 minutes of silence, finally just tells him, "Get off my planet." Boom! And then Rassilon tells his firing squad to kill the Doctor. But they all mess because they're like, "We can't kill the Doctor, he's a good guy, and we're sick of your shit, Rassilon." So they all turn on him and they're like, "You heard him, sir.
Get off his planet."
Get off his planet." So they exile the Time Lord President. Put the table down!
It's my erection. Okay, it's gone.
I'm gonna fucking barf. So they exile the Time Lord President, and then I guess the Doctor becomes the new Time Lord President because he's kind of been made in charge now. I don't know, something rather. I don't know. Fuck it.
He's the president.
He's
now.
the president.
It's not
now.
the Doctor anymore. They're changing the name of the show to President Who.
President Who. That sounds like the name of like some Chinese dictator. President Who.
President Who.
President Who. Oh wow. Okay.
What happens next? There's bells going off.
Yeah, the cloister bells are going off.
What are those, man?
They're the Time Lord's warning system.
Oh! Oh.
That's not important right now. So the Doctor is with the Time Lord Council, and the Sisterhood of Karn is there, and the generals are there, and the Doctor's like, they want to know about the hybrid, and that's why they did all this shit. And the Doctor's like, "Okay, I'll help you with this, but I need you to get something for me." And so they go into this like extraction chamber that can like pluck somebody out of their timeline.
During the like last second of their timeline.
And who does the Doctor pluck in their last seconds?
Amy!
No, it's not Amy!
Oh.
You know, I really wish Amy was in this episode, Connor, but it's not happening. No, it's Clara. Christ, now I wish this episode was just the Doctor's like, "Man, I want somebody else that's Scottish here with me. Let's go get Amy."
Yeah.
So he plucks Clara right...
The very second, right before the Raven's like right here, and she's like, "Let me be brave."
Yeah, they pluck Clara from them, from that moment.
That's Clara's voice now. She sounds like this.
Just something like this.
She sounds like Stutch.
Okay, so they pluck Clara from the very final moments of her time before she dies, but she doesn't have a heartbeat.
Nope.
So she's like living in between like her final heartbeat and death. So she doesn't have a heartbeat.
She has one heartbeat left in her life, and she can't do
technically she's dead, but she's like her body's like frozen in a temporal state where technically she's alive. Anyway, so the Doctor's like, "Yeah, I needed her to get the hybrid." Okay, I'm bullshitting you. So he pulls up. So he pulls the General's gun on him.
That's actually almost exactly his line.
Yeah, because he's like, "No, I just wanted Clara back." So I just bullshit.
He's like, I need her to get the hybrid. Dang.
Yeah.
I'll try not to break your jaw.
So he like pulls a gun on the General, and then he shoots the General.
He shoots the General.
But it's okay. He regenerates into a she. Into a black she, and I like the line where it turns out that the General's like primary gender was female until this one where she was a male. She's like, "How do you do that ego?" It's like that's great. So then the Doctor and Clara escape, and they go down into the underbowels of the Time Lord base to the
Gallifrey.
The cloister they call it, which is like the mainframe for the Matrix, which is like where
the Matrix.
Where eventually where Time Lords die, their minds get uploaded into it.
You can't cross the streams here, Matt. There's two different franchises, The Matrix and Doctor Who. You can't put them together.
No, Connor. This isn't The Matrix. This is The Matrix.
What's the difference?
I don't know. It's not The Matrix.
Okay.
It's The Matrix. So, the Doctor's trying to... they're trying to hack into some place, and as they're running through, they run into the various monsters. They run into a Dalek briefly, a Cybermen briefly, some Weeping Angels briefly.
Weeping Angels!
Yeah, which brings up the point, like, has Clara ever, like, really, like, encountered the Weeping Angels before?
thought she had.
There's a brief moment in, like, the Matt Smith's last episode, but I think that's it. So, like, I'm just wondering if the Doctor ever told her the don't blink thing.
Well, otherwise... They also went on a lot of adventures that we didn't see.
Yeah, I know. So I'm assuming in between them she's probably encountered them, but, like, you know...
Because it looks like she knows what she's doing. She's, like, looking at the angels that don't fucking move on me.
But they can't really do anything because they're all tangled up in, like, wires from, like, the
They're
Matrix.
not wires.
You're right, they're fiber optic cables that have... They're, like... Whatever. Gallifrey's weird.
They're like vines, but they're also, like...
Fiber optic cables.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Doctor's trying to get into some place, and it was the sun.
Why?
I don't know. They try to find something, and Clara keeps asking about stuff, and the Doctor kind of reveals to her how long he was in the confession dock for to try to get back to her.
4.5 billion years.
4.5 billion years.
Times zero is still zero.
She's like, wow, okay, wow. And the time
she's like, oh, he likes me. He really likes me.
Oh, he likes.
Oh God, no, she gets all sad.
I don't care what anybody says. I still ship Clara and the Doctor, even though he's old now. There's still some shit going on there. You can't tell me there was not still some shit going on between those two, even though he's older.
Well, I think it's more of the Doctor feels, I don't know, guilty.
Okay.
That he killed her. Not really, she killed herself, but he feels like he influenced her to kill herself.
Well, yeah, the Doctor's gonna take blame for like anything that happens bad around him.
So he was like, hey, I'll just get back to Gallifrey so I could be like, Clara, here, come.
Yeah, so...
Orgy pie.
Then the Time Lords come down and they're gonna arrest the Doctor and shit, and Clara distracts them while the Doctor does what he does best and steal a TARDIS.
She whispers something in his ear, too.
Yeah.
But we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Because they whispered it.
Yeah.
But she's like, I'll tell you this one part. I forget what she says.
I'm a distraction. And then
well, that's not what she says.
It's the gist of it.
She says something else.
Something along the Doctor's doing when he does best and stealing a TARDIS, something like that.
I don't know.
Fuck it, who cares? So the Doctor steals another TARDIS.
He steals another TARDIS.
And this one has like the classic interior of like from the olden series, where it's all like the white walls and the tiny little.
It's just a gray.
And the tiny little itty bitty control console. It's like nostalgia and shit.
It's just a gray cylinder.
Yeah.
On the outside.
That's what they look like in their default form.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's what it looks like. It's the default.
Okay. So
it's like the one like grassy hill that you have as your Windows desktop background. That you should probably change because it's lame.
Yeah. I like it. It's peaceful.
It's basic.
You're basic.
You're basic.
So they run off, and the Doctor's like, yeah, we're gonna go on a ton of adventures together, you know, we're gonna do all this shit, and Claire's like, Doctor, I still don't have a heartbeat. And he's like, you're doing it wrong!
You're fucking doing it wrong. Then she takes her to the end of the universe.
Yeah, but
yes,
but she still doesn't have a heartbeat, so that means that she still has to die at some point. So the Doctor hasn't changed shit. So,
but he's like, this doesn't make sense. We're literally at the end of the universe.
Yeah, so they go to the end of the universe, and the Doctor's like, I need to go outside for a little bit. And so he goes outside.
Well, they're end of the universe. Like we're in this little bubble where like the universe is exploding, and then there's a knock on the TARDIS door, and they're like, "How is that possible?"
Yeah, and the Doctor's like, "Oh, okay, I'll get that."
He's like, "I gotta go out and talk to face me."
Yeah, and me is out there, a shielder.
As in capital M.
As in a shielder.
As in, they actually just made her name that for the pun.
Yeah. So. You okay there?
I was having a seizure.
Okay. So the Doctor goes outside, talk to me, a shielder, Maisie Williams, Arya Stark, and they start talking about the hybrid and what it really could be, and we really don't get a straight answer.
No.
But they mention like it could be a shielder.
It's either a shielder or the Doctor or the combination of the Doctor and Clara.
Yeah, because a shielder does bring up the whole.
Or 1,000 other fucking hybrids we've had in this show.
The shielder does bring up the fact that like, oh, it could be the Doctor because maybe he's half human, because that might be canon from the 90s movie, but we don't really get a straight answer on that. And then Shielder's like, or my theory is that, you know, it could be the combination of Clara and the Doctor together being the hybrid, and the Doctor's like, huh, okay. Meanwhile, Clara's been listening to this whole thing on the TARDIS monitor screen.
Which she has a really good way of using the TARDIS, considering, well,
Well, I mean,
she has been.
She was able to like do the whole like mental like thing where she stuck her fingers in it and transport. So I think she's a little.
This is a totally different TARDIS. So like,
it's same fucking.
Also, it's really convenient that the TARDIS just has a camera on the front of it that they.
That's always been there. That's always been there.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the TARDIS. That's so when they land on someplace, they're like, all right, let's see what the outside looks like. All right, that's what the outside looks like. Looks safe. Let's go outside, and then it's not safe. Like that's always been there.
Well, then it's really convenient that the TARDIS was facing that direction.
Anyway,
I don't know.
Anyway, so then the Doctor reveals to Ashildr that he's going to erase Clara's memories and like place her off someplace safe, so that the Time Lords can't find her, so she can live her life and she doesn't have to die. And Clara's like, "Oh shit, can't let him do that." So when the Doctor and Ashildr come back into the TARDIS, the Doctor's like, "Okay, I have to use this thing to erase your memories." And Clara's like, "No, because I used the sonic sunglasses to reverse the polarity of it, so now when you do that, it's just gonna blow up in your face." And the Doctor's like, "Clara, why the fuck would you do that? I am trying to save you, you stupid idiot."
Whoa.
And Clara's like, "No, you're not saving me, you're just shouting, you're being mean." And the Doctor's like, "Oh, fuck you." So
this is an actual dialogue from the episode.
yeah, so then after they argue for a little bit, the Doctor's like, "You know what? Let's just press this button together and just whatever happens, happens. You know, we're gonna do this together like we always do." Clara's like, "Okay." So they press the button together, and I think
we should also point out the Doctor has been telling the story to the Clara at the restaurant throughout the whole episode.
Yeah, the Doctor's been telling, and it sometimes cuts back to them.
So like they've built it up to be like, oh, Clara doesn't know that this is the Doctor because she's acting all like dumb.
But it turns out the one who gets their memory erased is the Doctor, and he forgets who Clara is.
Didn't see that one coming.
Really?
No, I did.
Okay. I honestly didn't.
This is Doctor Who always does this. Where,
I know,
it
but
sets up to be one thing, so I just expect the opposite now.
Well, I thought it was gonna be.
So,
I thought it was gonna be the one he was telling Clara to was gonna be one of Clara's like echoes that she sent throughout time to like protect the Doctor, like back in the episode where she did that.
They haven't brought that up at a very.
I know, but I thought they were gonna do it because I was assuming Clara was gonna stay dead. Guess I was wrong.
Yeah, that's my other thing, but we'll talk about that
anyway.
later.
So then the Doctor's memory is erased of Clara, and then he wakes up in Nevada. And this guy's like, "Oh, Clara brought you here, but she's gone now." And he's like, "Who the fuck is Clara?" So then he wanders off and winds up at the diner where he tells a story to Clara. And then, he's like, "I can remember the adventures we had, but I can't remember what she looks like or what she sounds like." And Clara's like, "Well, I could be Clara." And he's like, No. If I ever met Clara, I'd remember what she looks like."
I just want to point out that the thing you were about to say, I figured out like halfway through the last scene in the diner.
Well, aren't you special? Aren't you fucking special?
No, it was specifically like he has a line in there where he's like, "Didn't this diner used to be like on the other side of the hill?" And that's when I got it. I was like,
he's like, "This is the same diner that me and Amy and Rory were at, but it used to be over there." And Clara's like, "Oh, that's weird." And then she wanders off.
Yeah, and that's the point where I was like, "Hey."
So then she wanders off to like the bathroom or whatever, and she opens the door, and there's the TARDIS console, the white TARDIS console, and Ashildr's there too. And she goes inside of there, and Ashildr's reading like the manual, and she's like, "Oh well, looks like the fucking chameleon circuit's broken. Great. Now we're flying around in a fucking 1950s diner. This is perfect." So then Clara's like, "Yeah, okay, so I still don't have a heartbeat, so that means I still have to die, but that's a fixed point in time. But that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun before I have to go back to Gallifrey." And so they're like, "Oh, road trip, girl time!" So they fly off in their TARDIS, leaving the Doctor there, and what is there waiting for the Doctor? His TARDIS!
His TARDIS was inside of their TARDIS, so there was a bigger on the inside of a bigger on the inside of the diner, inside of a police box.
They've done that before, that's okay. A TARDIS inside of a TARDIS is okay, they've done that before.
That hurts my brain.
Yeah, I know. So,
fuck shit, okay.
So the Doctor goes inside of his TARDIS, and it boots up, greeting him.
Well, there's a mural painted on the outside.
Yeah, the Clara mural is still there from when Briggsy painted it.
Ow.
And, he goes inside, it boots up.
Yeah, that was a post-credits thing that I didn't see.
That was a post-credits thing you didn't see, but it's not really important.
It flakes away as he teleports away, so it doesn't matter, it's not there anymore.
The TARDIS boots up. When he walks inside, he puts on his new velvet jacket, and the TARDIS...
Well, it's his old velvet jacket.
Yeah, but it's
and there's like the lyrics to a song on the chalkboard.
It's not the lyrics to a song, it's what Clara always used to say to him back when she died a lot.
But he said that, she had the line about like, sometimes like stories become lyrics to like a song, so I just thought they were lyrics.
No, it's just an old catchphrase, and she used to die a lot.
Okay, never mind.
She used to say, you know, run you clever boy and remember me, but now it says run you clever boy and be a doctor.
I remember, I thought that was... Alright, yeah.
Anyway.
For some reason I thought that was like a 1950s rock song or something.
So then the TARDIS births out a new sonic screwdriver, and it has like twirling lights and shit, and it's blue now, and it looks pretty cool. The Doctor catches it, and then he snaps his fingers, the TARDIS' door closed, and he flies away while passing the flying diner right past him, doesn't even notice it, and end.
Roll credits.
Roll credits. Wow.
So he's got a new Sonic.
So he's got a new Sonic, and I want that. I want it. Mostly because I'm like, I can't stop buying Sonic screwdriver toys.
Can you just be happy with your Spork?
No, because it looks cool now. Like the new one looks cool. It has like a switch, and it's like a, and it looks like the TARDIS a little bit. It's a little kind of steampunky.
All right, pros. What'd you like, Matt?
This felt like a. I mean, obviously it was a big episode, but it felt big.
Yeah.
Because, you know, obviously it's the finale, and I like that it felt super big and had like a lot of stuff in it. So I like how it felt like.
Oh, you know what we didn't mention?
What?
The fucking little guard things in the database that don't let them leave.
Yeah,
which is why
they're the cloister rights, and basically they're like.
Which is why like the guards don't like follow him down there because nobody ever leaves. You have to find
it's
like the secret exit.
They're like these sliding little like ghost things that have like the Time Lord like minds uploaded, and they're like screaming and shit.
Yeah.
They're pretty creepy.
Because they upload the like dead Time Lords into the database, but then like some of them become like guards, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, more pros. What'd you like?
I kind of like the whole thing, but like, yeah, no, it was. I don't know where to start, honestly. Like, I brought.
We already touched on his sonic screwdriver. His new one looks cool.
The new
Wish he'd used it in the episode, but whatever.
I mean,
it was a nice wrap up.
Yeah,
whatever.
We'll see it at Christmas.
We'll see it again at Christmas, but I don't know if we're doing a Vila for the Christmas one.
We're doing for the Vila for Christmas. I mean, it'll be after Christmas because we'll both be gone.
Yeah,
but like, we'll do it like.
It'll be like our special like Christmas.
Our special like 2016, 2015 New Year's Christmas special.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So what we'll do that. What else happens?
You just described the whole episode.
I know, but I don't know where to start with like what I liked because like
I liked that they brought back like the Gallifrey, like the shack that he was in, like the different places that we've seen before, like the diner or like the callbacks.
I do like that we see more of Gallifrey because like we really haven't seen like in the old series we saw in the old series that he went to Gallifrey a lot, but like now that it's back and he's on Gallifrey, we get to see more Gallifrey.
I like that all of Gallifrey is just like Tatooine deserts, and then there's one big city on the planet.
Yeah, I think it's like a class system. Like the lower classes, like in the desert lands, like the higher classes, like it wearing the collars.
The higher class are assholes because
the
city is enormous.
Time Lords are fucking assholes.
Yeah. He kills the president. Yes.
He exiles him.
Okay. Point is, we'll probably never see him again.
Oh, baby, fucking hell no.
This felt never mind. I'll touch on that later. It did feel like it wrapped everything up nicely that they've been bringing up for like the last couple episodes.
It felt like an end of an era.
But it also felt confused at the end. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah. I like Clara and her shoulder riding off into the sunset at the end. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was my big thing. Is like the whole Clara and me in the TARDIS at the end. I'm like, I smell a spin-off.
Because now we have two females on the TARDIS. Are you happy now, fanboys? We have a female Doctor now.
Like seriously, I want that spin-off.
No, I do too.
I want Clara and me had to have their own show and just do shit.
I ship them.
Well, not necessarily that. I just want to see that.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just want to see them flying through time in a 1950s diner.
Well, I ship them.
And I want to see that show. Like, that's the big thing for me. I want that. I want it. I want it.
Anyway,
The Underground was creepy.
The Underground was creepy.
I like the Return of the Weeping Angels, even though it was short, but like...
I like that they got
I wanted the Weeping Angels back for a while now.
I like how they brought back the old TARDIS desktop background with the.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
Nostalgia. I never watched the old ones, but you did, so.
It's just that's basically what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's just that. It was simpler. It was a simpler time. Back when they couldn't afford CGI.
They still can't really afford CGI, but that's a whole other.
And had to use duct tape to make the Cybermen. I'm not even joking.
I believe you.
They look like shit back then. But yeah, this had a lot of good moments.
Shall we move into cons?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You want to start? Because you seem to have some things that you want to say.
I have a couple of things.
Okay, they're probably things that I have too.
I feel like we were misled as to what the confession dial actually was.
Yeah, we don't really get a lot of, like... From what I understand, the confession dial is a thing that Time Lords use to, like, upload their minds into it so that they can, like, face their inner...
It's how they get their minds into the database.
Yeah, so they can face their inner demon before they pass on to the Matrix.
But when it was introduced, this is the last will and testament of the Doctor.
Yeah, and now I think it means that the last will and the testament of the Doctor winds up being what he confesses to inside, like... From what I understand, the confession doesn't always have the confession in it. It only has the confession in there when the Doctor goes into it and then confesses.
Yes.
So technically that's right, but technically it's wrong.
But he gives it to Missy prior to him actually giving his confession.
Yeah.
So... I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I feel like they switched what they wanted it to be halfway through the episode. Like, two different people wanted it to be two different things, and they were just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, if it had just been he has to go into this dial and, like, confess his shit so that his mind gets uploaded to the database when he dies, sure. But because it was introduced as this is the last will and testament of the Doctor, it has all of his secrets, he gave it to Missy because he knows he's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
That was a little weird.
Yeah. And we also don't really get I don't really like this number. We don't really get, like, a clear definition of what the hybrid is.
No,
but
that was my other thing.
But I guess it's because, like, nobody really knows what the fuck the hybrid is, so, like... It felt like they kind of cock-teased us around this whole season, what the hybrid was and who the hybrid was.
That was my other biggest thing is we don't get a resolution as to what the hybrid is.
Yeah.
Because, like, literally at the end of the episode, they say it's, like, 5 different things.
Yeah, which...
Like, it's me. No, it's the Doctor. No, it's the Doctor and Clara. No, it's that weird squid thing from way back in a long time ago.
No, it's Jack Harkness.
No, it's Jack Harkness.
No, it's Dr. Donna. No, it's River.
No, it's River. It's like, is there anything in the show that isn't the hybrid that's supposed to destroy Gallifrey?
Martha.
Martha?
Martha's not a hybrid.
Fuck's Martha? Oh, the one companion, right? The one that
the one nobody remembers.
The one that was around for the least amount of time.
Yeah, the one that I like that nobody else does. I like Martha. Fuck you, I miss Martha. Come back, Martha. Come back.
I like her too, it's just she was around for not a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
I had some other things that I'm
Missy's not here.
Yeah, this felt like an episode that, like, was begging for Missy.
End of which is familiar. She's tapped by the dog. She's like, "Oh, I just had a horrible idea," and I'm like, "Okay, so we're gonna see Missy in the finale. You know, she's gonna be with the dogs and doing something evil in Gallifrey." No, she's nowhere in this episode. Like they mentioned her a few times.
They mentioned her as like. They mentioned her in that hybrid scene, don't they?
Yeah, we're like
they mentioned her
because Missy was the raising the Doctor and the Doctor and Clara met because she's the one that gave Clara the TARDIS number so that she could call tech support to fix her Wi-Fi so the Doctor would come and find her so they would be together.
Yeah. So this felt like an episode that should have used Missy, but just
I mean, like for what we got, like it didn't feel like we really needed her, but like. I would have liked to have her so that we didn't just have this dangling plot line at the beginning of the season that didn't pay off.
Yeah. The one other thing, I don't generally like when they bring dead characters back.
Oh, I know. You were fucking salty when Glenn came back.
I'm still angry about Glenn, but. On the other hand, I really want a Clara Me spin-off show now.
It's the weird thing about this, that this resolution satisfies both people who wanted Clara to die and people who didn't want her to die, because, you know, technically she's back, but she still has to die at some point because of the fixed point. So she still dies, but there's just a ton of shit she does in between that last second of her life.
She's still not the Doctor's companion anymore.
She's still dead.
She's still dead.
But she's also out there doing shit in that last second of her life.
Yeah, which I want to see a spin-off show.
Yeah, which I want to see that too. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So if they do a Clara Me spin-off show, I'll be totally like, yeah.
I doubt they will, but maybe
they fucking better.
Maybe like a comic or something, or a book. Because they did a book based on the War Doctor and the Time War, so like they can do a book based on like Clara and me going off and doing shit. So I don't know. That's what fan fiction's for, right?
My other thing was the memory wipe thing. I wasn't sure was entirely necessary.
Yeah, I mean, that was just kind of thing just to add drama.
It was like, what was the point of him wanting to erase Clara's memory in the first place?
He says something about along the lines of like, oh, she has like an image of the Doctor in her mind, and that will allow the Time Lords to find her or something.
Okay.
Something along the lines of Time Lords are semi-psychic, so
yeah.
I think that if she has the Doctor's memory, it might be easier to find her.
Yeah.
Than if she doesn't. I think that's what it is, but no, it was kind of complicated, and
yeah, it was just the whole thing with like the Time Lords like wanting to catch the Doctor for whatever reason, just so that he can explain what the hybrid is. It's like, oh, what? If that had a more satisfactory ending where we actually learn about what the hybrid really is, and it's not like 4 different explanations for what the hybrid was, that might have made more sense. And I did like the Time Lords and seeing them again, but like. Yeah. I don't know, like the whole, like, they're starting this manhunt for the Doctor for this hybrid that may or may not actually be a thing is kind of like, I don't know, I don't really feel concerned.
Yeah, and this is a minor thing that it kind of makes sense within the episode, but like, man, Rassilon turned into a pussy. Because like last time we saw him, he was like this like dictator of Gallifrey, and like anybody who pissed him off, he just zapped him with his gauntlet. And now he's just kind of like, you know, this old guy who's like, they just kind of fuck you. You're stupid.
Get off my planet.
Get off my planet.
That was a cool line. I did like that.
I guess that's kind of the point, is that kind of like, there's like a Rassilon ship at this point, but like, you know, the last time we saw him, he was kind of like this like cool villain, he was kind of like this like angry dictator guy who was willing to destroy the Earth to bring back Gallifrey, but like, now he's just kind of like this like doddering old man. I mean, it was kind of like a disappointment, but like, whatever. You know, so I mean, I guess the Master kind of fucked him up when he went back into the Time War.
Do you think the general's going to be like the new president?
Oh God, I hope so.
Okay.
Gallifrey needs.
More than that, do you think the Doctor's ever going back to Gallifrey?
I mean, unless he really fucking needs to, because he seems to fucking hate this place.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. Gallifrey is an awful place to be. So because I know in the original series he went there quite a few times, but I don't think he was ever happy about it. Mm-hmm. But he didn't. But this was before the Time War, so he didn't quite hate his people to the amount that he does now. So he was a little bit of friendlier terms, and then even though they did kind of dick him over a few times. But I could see him going back there only in like dire consequence, like if like, I don't know, if Missy finally resolves that plot point and brings the Daleks back and is like, hey, we're gonna blow up Gallifrey now, fuck you guys! Like, then he may go back and save them. Mm-hmm. But I don't really see him going back there anytime soon, because he does seem he doesn't like where he's from.
No.
You got anything else?
Did we hit everything?
I think we hit everything. So, this is the end of the season. So overall, what did you think of this season?
Had its ups, had its downs.
More ups and downs, or the other way around?
Probably more ups than downs,
yeah.
but the downs are pretty severe.
Yeah.
At least to me.
I mean,
because it had my second least favorite episode of Doctor Who ever.
You had
season.
like a ton of like shit you hate about this season. I didn't think they were that bad, so I thought overall this season was pretty strong for the most part.
There were just things that were like muddled and weird and confused, and then the one found footage episode I didn't even want to fucking
What I liked about this season is that like the last season the Doctor was kind of all like, you know, prickly and standoffish and like not really personable and shit like that, and he was kind of getting his footing into this new body. But like in this season he's really like evolved as a character, and you know, he feels more at home being the Doctor. Yeah. So I really like that. That's what the season did.
The finale was a little muddled.
The finale was a little iffy.
It was like the thing. Like I liked it. It was cool, but like we needed.
I mean, I thought
answer as to the hybrid.
I thought before we got it was fine. It felt like a big enough finale that it felt like it went out with a bang.
Needed more Missy.
Needed a little bit more Missy. I mean, we fucking love Missy.
Missy's my favorite
Doctor Who character. Yeah. So I love her. Favorite episodes?
Favorite episodes? God, I can't even remember like half the episodes.
I think for me,
what was the first episode of the season? Like, what happens?
That was the one where the doctor finds Davros and is like, I'm just gonna leave you here with this kid. Yeah, that's one of my favorites because it starts off the season with a bang.
See, it would have been one of my favorites if the fucking one scene didn't happen where they completely
That was the second part. That was the second part.
That was the second part.
I'm just talking about the first part. Just the first part.
I think the first part was good.
The first part was a good solid opener.
This is the other thing about this season. It's basically all two-parters.
Yeah, which
and like basically most of them have like first or second part is vastly superior to the other part.
For the most part, the first part is better than the second part.
There's no really like two-parters that like where both parts are really solid, except maybe like the Zygon.
The Zygon one was one where both parts were really solid.
They were solid.
I feel like the second part was probably better.
The second part was better. I liked them both. Except for Clara's acting when she's evil. Like, don't ever make Clara evil again.
I liked Heaven Sent, how it was like just the doctor pretty much. That was a cool episode.
It was a cool episode. Except you can't punch through the fucking diamond. I don't care how long you're fucking there.
It was 4.5 billion years.
Yeah, 4.5 billion times 0 is still 0.
Oh, fuck you. It wasn't even. Fuck you.
All right. And also, it's a perfect fucking doorway for him, which Cooper brought up when we were hanging out with him. I think my favorite episode might be like we talked about the second half of the Zygon episode.
Yeah.
Because that one speech from the doctor about war and stuff at the very end of the episode, that was like, wow, that's amazing.
I can't really pinpoint one of my favorites, but that one, Magician's Apprentice and Heaven Sent are probably my 3 top favorites for this season.
Least favorite goes without saying, the found footage episode.
Yeah, even though I didn't hate it as much as you did, I still feel like that one was probably the weakest.
Yeah. All right. So overall, out of 10, what do you give this season of Doctor Who?
This season, I'd probably give it like maybe an 8, 7.5.
I'm gonna go a little lower than you. I'm gonna go 6.5.
Okay. Like, I thought this was a solid season. 8. I don't know if it's my favorite or not, but like, it was good. It was good overall.
Yeah. And for all of you shouting that 6.5 is a really low rating,
it's not.
Because I know there's people like above a 5 is I liked it.
Yeah.
Right? So like 6.5 is I really enjoyed it, but there are some things throughout that I just like was like a little like eh.
I mean, 8's pretty strong.
Yeah, 8 would be like it was great.
Yeah, I rated it an 8, but I always rate things a little higher than I probably should. Yeah. So just take my.
So my rating is 6.5. You're at an 8.
7.5, 8.
7.5 or 8.
Yeah. So
not my favorite season of Doctor Who, but solid.
The moments that were good were really good.
Yeah, there were moments that were really good, and then there were moments for me personally that were really bad.
I was reading an article that was like said that in this season we didn't have just great moments for the season. We had great moments for Doctor Who.
Yeah,
like we had the solo Doctor episode, the great like anti-war speech.
We had great Doctor moments.
We had great Doctor moments. Like this season was probably 12E's definitive season.
Yeah, definitely. But there are just like, for me personally, there are things like in the season that are just like muddled, like story-wise, that are confusing. It's definitely the things I don't like are not Peter Capaldi, because
Peter Capaldi is fucking great in this season.
So yeah, that's it.
That's this season.
We're done with Doctor Who until
Christmas.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys then when the Doctor meets River again. And it's Christmas!
And they do the sexes.
I don't think they're gonna do that, Connor. They
might do the sexes.
They're not gonna do the sexes. At least not all.
He has a kid.
He does have a kid.
Which has never been brought up again.
And he has a grandkid, too, who's also never ever brought up again. Man, the Doctor does not like families.
Nope. Alright.
Later. Oh, just like I thought. You're full of sand.
What?
Yeah, you're an eye booger monster.
We don't talk about the eye booger monsters, Matt.
I mean, I do.
No.
I want a toy of the new sonic screwdriver.
I know you
Give
do.
it!
We know you do.
Now you have a prop made. Make the toy, damn it. I know it's only been a few days, but Christ, give it to me. Christ, give it to me. Christ, give it to me.
Christ, give it to me.